In this new economy, here's 5 ageless skills you need. There is a paradigm shift coming in this declining economy. The majority of workers and their skill sets are seen as commodities, and the rise of outsourcing has all contributed to the displacement and replacement of the traditional workforce. Furthermore, after the COVID-19 pandemic, many people are reluctant to return to the office. Now with the right skills, you can earn a full-time income from home. According to statistics, starting in the next year, 175,000 individuals will lose their jobs each and every month in the United States alone. What does this mean for the millions of individuals who have relied on these companies for stability and security? Nobody knows for sure what is going to happen, but what we do know is that the traditional career route is now obsolete, and people must take charge of their finances and time. You must get ready for the impending workplace upheaval. Hi, and welcome back to another video of Finance Sense, where we cover all the latest trends in the financial markets and the economy. In this video, we'll be talking about the 5 ageless abilities that are essential for surviving in the new economy. But before we begin, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and click on the notification bell to stay updated with our videos. Now, let's get to the video proper. Number 1. Market yourself as a business. There is a significant transition taking place among former employees who are now beginning to function as companies of one. They understand there is no purpose in being tied to one employer in the hopes of a promotion and a 10% pay raise after 3 years. People are no longer motivated to advance their careers at a single company. They want to base their career on their abilities. Therefore, if you want to make that happen, you need to market yourself as a business, not as an employee. What distinguishes a one-person business from an employee then? An employee only has one client, and they are obligated to follow their orders at all times. Actually, it is against the law for them to have more than one client, and that client is an employer. On the other hand, a one-person business can work with as many clients as they like. They get to pick their clients, draft the contracts, and decide the rules. They have complete control over how they spend their time and how and when the task is completed. In that sense, marketing yourself as a business rather than as an employee is the exact opposite of being an employee. They protect themselves against a regular job's lack of stability. They have alternative clients to work with if one doesn't work out. They are not required to go through the formalities of bureaucracy in order to retrain in a different skill set. For an employee to retrain in a different skill set, years of study are required, followed by years of experience, and they also begin at level 1. Retraining for a company of one just requires a few weeks of on-the-job training. They don't ask for a promotion if they want to earn more money. They increase their prices by raising their value. They have the option to take the winter off and go skiing in the Alps. All of this will happen only when you convert from an employee to a one-man business. Learning how to pitch oneself as a business can take years of trial and error, but we have a fantastic approach to significantly cut down on that time. Number 2. Retrain yourself. The illiterates of the 21st century are not those who are unable to read or write, but rather those who are unable to acquire, unlearn, and relearn the ability of self-education, which is the cornerstone of the ageless skill chart. It is the first skill you must obtain. What was the most recent useful skill you acquired, and when was that? Here, we're discussing a real skill, not just how to create a collage. We are aware that learning a brand new skill on your own may be intimidating and anxiety-provoking. You think you'll never be able to do it, and even if you can, you won't be ready to compete with people who have mastered the skill and have had years of practice. And when the imposter syndrome sets in, you return to your comfortable and safe employment. After all, a dolphin cannot be taught new tricks. Why bother then? However, any dolphin trainer will tell you that you can. And, dare we say it, in the modern economy, learning how to educate oneself is practically necessary. Number 3. Grab attention from others. We are currently living in a global economy where no boundaries exist, and geography doesn't matter. Essentially, it doesn't really matter where you reside right now. The internet is where it all exists, and attention is the only kind of currency it accepts. Does anyone listen to what you have to say? Do people care about what you think? How can one increase their audience? Can you maintain their interest while providing them with a useful service? Can you establish your fans? Only famous people asked themselves these questions in the past. You will never have to worry about money again if you're capable of gathering people around a shared interest and commanding their attention. One of the most criminally underappreciated abilities is the ability to create a dynamic community that wants to hear what you have to say. It cannot be purchased and cannot be faked. You either succeed in doing it or you don't. But before we move on to the next part of this video, I just want to ask you guys, have you acquired at least one or two of the skills necessary for surviving in the new economy? Did you manage to master them? If yes, let us know in the comment section below. Now, back to the video. Number 4, establish yourself as an expert. People sometimes confuse experience and expertise. How competent you are at something is your level of expertise, while experience is the duration of your practice. Both of them are actually different. It doesn't make you an expert in something if you've been performing the same activity for 5 years in a row. However, people in the new economy are seeking experts rather than people with experience. The good news is that knowledge does not have a time limit. How far you want to go and how good you want to get is entirely up to you. It will need as many hours as you choose to put in. In this new world, there's no such question as how many years of experience do you have. It's merely a matter of can you do it or not. Thus, it's critical to present oneself as an expert rather than someone with experience. But doing so requires expertise in and of itself. In order to establish your expertise, you must present your work and yourself to the appropriate audiences at the appropriate times. In the near future, it is anticipated that all high-caliber individuals or experts will be hired as freelancers. When necessary, they will step in to help with the job. And after receiving payment, the experts leave. They will work in a boom-bust trend where they work for around 3 months before taking a vacation and then repeating the cycle. Number 5, develop scalable systems. Building scalable systems entails creating a system with a multiplier of outcomes, but a constant production cost. And this may be the trickiest ability to master. If you have mastered the skill of creating scalable systems at a steady rate, your worth will skyrocket. Due to the fact that staff cannot be scaled, everyone will want to utilize your company. You could only employ so many people before the situation became disorganized and chaotic. Every 6 employees need a manager, and every 6 managers require another manager, and so on, until no one understands what anybody is doing, and everyone wastes time on the company's money. This is already occurring, as seen by the recent large-scale layoffs at Twitter and Meta, as well as the 10,000 additional layoffs that Amazon recently announced. You should reconsider if you believe your position in a large tech company is stable and secure. Any one of these abilities by itself can help you survive in the new economy. But if you acquire at least 2 or 3 of them, you'll be on the right track to true success. That's all for this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay up to date on our videos. And make sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. This is Finance Sense, helping you keep up with all the latest trends in the financial markets and the economy. Stay safe and keep learning. Until next time.